Our drill sergeant showed us no mercy, folks. He informed everyone in the company that if this person cannot perform the minimum standard, that the entire company is going to fail and no one will graduate. Well, hello, everybody. This is Garland, and welcome back to Stepping Stones to Your Success. Tonight, we're going to cover fundamental natural law number 7, which is help others when they're suffering, and it will take your own pain away. So let me tell you a quick story about the awakening. Years ago, I decided to go ahead and join the U.S. Navy. In so doing, I first had to go through their boot camp. One of the first things they had us doing daily was called PT, or physical training, part of which was the 2.5-mile run. Now, I gotta tell you folks, at that time, I absolutely hated running, especially in the middle of summer in Orlando, Florida. I was born with this thing called polio, which affects my legs, so it actually hurt to run. Now, with that said, I was voted by my peers to be what's called the athletic petty officer of the group, because I was viewed as being the most athletic in our company. Now, I quickly learned that part of my new responsibility is to make sure that all those that are not physically gifted are able to complete all aspects of the physical training, which is the running, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the swimming, the obstacle course, and yes, that 2.5-mile run. The objective was by the 8th week, we wanted to make sure everyone was in condition to be able to pass what the Navy calls H week, which you know what that means. The bottom line is, if they didn't pass that physical test, they wouldn't graduate. Now, I remember there was 11 out of 83 that were terribly out of shape and overweight. So my work was cut out for me, y'all. Now, even though I absolutely despised running at that time, I found that when I stayed back to coach, encourage, and help those who were obviously suffering more than I was, an amazing thing happened. The more I helped them, the more it took my own personal pain away. I found that I didn't have time to focus on myself. See, I had to figure out a way to get these guys across the finish line without them having a heart attack in the process. Seriously. I found that when I had to focus in on helping them with their technique, with their breathing, with their mindset, that forced me to focus in on my technique, breathing, and mindset. And I found that all but one was able to make the improvements needed to pass the physical. Our drill sergeant showed us no mercy, folks. He informed everyone in the company that if this person cannot perform the minimum standard, that the entire company is going to fail and no one will graduate. Just this person, John is his name, and I got to spend a lot of time together over those last 3 weeks of training. He and I realized that it is serious now. You know, my dad taught me a long time ago, he says, I'd rather have a live maverick than a dead horse any day of the week, because I can tame and then aim that live maverick. Now, using those words of wisdom, I didn't look at what John was. I looked at what he could become. That's when I sat him down and explained to him, John, I wish you could see yourself through my eyes, because if you could, you would see greatness. Now, to his credit, John did what I requested of him. And when it came time, he passed that physical test. As a matter of fact, he crossed the finish line with 3 seconds to spare. Now, he passed out. We had to take him to the hospital, and he got all better. But as a result, we all graduated on time. So the awakening was this. The more you help others when they are suffering, the more it takes your own pain away. Thus, if you want to live a rewarding and pain-free life, focus on helping others accomplish their objectives. One important side note here. Upon graduation, 4 individuals were chosen to be meritoriously advanced to a higher level rank and pay grade for outstanding service and effort. And wouldn't you know it, I was one of those 4. So that brings us back full circle to fundamental natural law number 7, which is help others when they are suffering, and it will take your pain away. So have a wonderful rest of your night. All the best to your family, and I'll be back to you real soon.